ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast.
It's changed a little bit.
Things are changing. It's a
Changing
new
fast.
year. For example, the year is changing.
Oh yeah.
By the time this episode is coming out, it'll be 2025. We're recording this on
The
December 31st.
Yeah.
31st.
31st.
2024. So it's the last podcast we'll film this year.
Yes.
But yeah. How was your week?
My week was good.
How was your year?
My year was good overall. It's a good year. Got a new car. And I got some debt too with that, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I got some debt with that. Started investing on my own besides my
Mhm.
other investment account that I have,
Sweet.
and just making progress with everything.
Mhm.
Everything's coming along.
Got
way I
the
wanted to.
job?
Got the job. The job's hard, but
Yeah.
got it.
He's well though.
Got the money. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's
And,
good.
yeah, it's doing good. It's everything that I want. Really happy right now.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, overall, 2024 was. Well, I mean, we'll get into it, but
Yeah.
probably the best year of my life for sure. Other than November, what day's election day? November 5th.
Yeah, November 5th.
Other than November 5th, otherwise I had a pretty good year.
Yeah.
Otherwise I was pretty damn
Yeah.
happy. Everything was fucking crazy good. I fucking got to go to Vid Summit this year and meet people and creators that I've talked to or that I haven't talked to or I have never even met before. And I managed to make YouTube my fucking job and make a shit ton of money with it. It's fucking crazy. I can't even fathom it. Yeah, it's been a bonkers year.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to describe it. Got into politics this year,
Yeah.
or got into consuming political things because before 2024 I didn't know anything about it. Really.
Yeah, I know.
Other than I was oh, I know who's president.
Yeah, that's
But
about it.
I didn't know what they did or very much else.
You didn't know U.S. foreign policy back
Yeah, I didn't know what the hell Israel Palestine was.
Yeah.
So I feel a lot more educated, a lot more financially comfortable. I was financially comfortable either way. I live with my fucking parents, but I feel excited for the future
Yeah.
in my personal life, in the world. Oh boy,
Yeah.
I have two very conflicting
Yeah.
emotions right now.
My ears were just cracking and
Oh.
popping for some reason. I don't know
Okay.
why. So it felt really muted on my right ear for some
Okay.
reason. Yeah.
Hmm.
I need to clean my ears out after this.
Yeah.
Jesus, doing it again. Weird.
Ears popping.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know.
That used to happen to me. There was a solid year or two where my ears, it constantly felt like I was in an airplane
Yeah.
and the elevation was super high and I was popping just
Yeah.
all year. It's weird, but I just got used to it eventually. I think I still kind of have
Yeah.
it. I don't know.
think
My
it's
doctor
good
said it was
now.
some sort of, I don't know. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I haven't really cleaned my ears out in a while. So probably what that is.
They say the best thing to do is get a Q-tip and just shove it as deep in your ears
Yeah,
as
that's
you
what I
possibly
do.
can.
I shove it until there's blood coming out.
Yeah.
out of
And
my
then
ears.
when blood comes, that means you're supposed to shove and fold it and try to
Oh.
stick the entire thing in your ear.
Oh God.
And then if you're really professional, you can get it out the other
Yeah.
side. But
Oh yeah.
if
uh-huh.
not, then you might just impale your
Yeah,
brains.
the one thing I noticed though, this year particularly, because this
Mm-hmm.
never really happened until this year, especially in the summertime when we were
Yeah.
going to the pool and ocean or whatever.
Yeah.
If I went down to the bottom and stayed down there for more than really
Oh,
until you could
underwater?
push
Yeah.
back up to the surface, so much water would just get trapped in my ear. Remember that one time we went to the pool for a while
Mhm.
and I went off the big high dive.
Yeah.
And then
Which I don't do, by the way. Can we talk about that?
let's okay. Oh shit.
What's the word?
You're-
Pussy.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's
How do I put it lightly? Little puss. I just don't look
Dude, it's really fun.
yeah.
It's really fun. Why don't you just do it one time?
I've done it in the maybe not. I don't know. I've
probably-
always been a bit of a puss. Okay.
I mean, I can't really talk. I kind of am too, but I'll do things like that.
No, you were better than me because if we like that one time where we rented a you spill water.
Yeah, I'm good.
Where we rented, you got a little bit. Yeah.
I'm good. Let's keep
that
going.
that one time when a couple years ago when we rented scooters.
Oh
And
yeah.
you were like flying, and I'm like
oh yeah, stuff like that.
holding the brake the whole time.
I
Like
will say this though.
yeah,
Not like you're doing anything crazy, but you're driving. Not like that you're a terrible driver ever, but like you've gotten more like
comfortable.
comfortable with it.
I have that on my
can-
dock to get to actually. Okay, but anyways, what were you saying about the pool? It would get in
Oh
your
yeah,
ears.
yeah. It would like so like I would go to the bottom after jumping off the high dive. Like I
Yeah.
kind of like do a pencil dive where you're just like
Yeah,
your
yeah.
body's tight. And for some reason, like remember that one time? It was just so bad that one time, and then
Yeah, yeah.
after that, I kind of like I would go off the high dive, but I wouldn't like I'd push myself back up
Yeah, you
really
wouldn't stay
quick.
under.
I wouldn't really stay under because that's what I've noticed about my ears is
I
that
like some earplugs maybe.
maybe yeah I don't know it's
Yeah.
just weird.
I don't know. The reason I never went on the high dive is just because like it's fucking it's like very high.
Little kids were doing it, Dakota. Little kids were doing it.
I mean, little kids do a lot of dumb shit. I don't base my my actions on little kids' actions. Look, I just like don't see any benefit to it.
Well, it's fun. It's exciting.
It's fun for you. It's exciting for you. Personally, heights, I don't really like jumping off high things. So when I
like
see
jumping
a,
off bridges.
not particularly. So when I see a high thing and I don't think I want to go jump off that. I just think I'm glad I'm not up there.
Yeah.
and then like I don't get like I'm gonna go up high.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up high. I'm gonna go on top of this thing, and then I'm gonna jump off, and I'm gonna land in the water, and then I'm
Yeah.
gonna come back up. I'm like, it's just not worth the stress for me.
Listen, that's fair because I will say this: I'm
Yeah.
a little intimidated, like with roller coasters.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of like that's why I'm kind of like I like fast roller coasters. I like that one wooden one we did and that one place that we went to for my sister's birthday. I like that because that's like fun and exciting and fast. I don't like I can do the ones upside down, but they kind of scare me a little bit more.
Yeah, fair.
And
Yeah.
I mean like that I get that with the heights and stuff because I'm kind of like a little nervous over heights
Mm.
and but everything else
Weirdly, I'm fine with roller coasters, but okay, I will say that's only a recent thing. Like
Yeah.
I don't think I even rode a roller coaster until like a couple years ago when
Yeah.
I did. I went to Dollywood and rode like all of them. But weirdly, like I'm fine with roller coasters, but I almost every time I'm like, I know it's gonna be fine, but I walk there and I'm like, my stomach hurts.
Yeah.
Like my stomach hurts with stress about what's about to happen. But then once I ride the first one, I'm like, all right, let's
Yeah.
go. Let's do some more.
yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know. Like I get that with heights. Like when I'm not gonna lie, when I first got on that high dive,
Yeah.
I was like, kind of like,
It's pretty high up
I
there.
was like, but I'm like, I'll just do it. Dude, wait, actually, that reminds me. Me, my mom, and my brother, we actually went to that pool a long
really?
time ago. I'm pretty sure because
Oh, really?
the high dive was similar. Because I remember, and I looked down, and then I walked back down
That's
in front of everyone. I was like, I gotta do it because I can't walk down at this age.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't
that's
really
fair.
do that.
I mean, you could.
I could, but I can't.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But then once you do it, you're like, oh, it's really not even that bad. I mean, you jump pretty far down, but you're not gonna die.
I mean, yeah, you're not gonna die.
Unless
It's
you
just like-
belly flop, you might mentally die.
yeah.
But you're not gonna.
I just
actually
don't
die.
see any benefit for the stress that it would bring me to go up there and do it.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't do it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But if it's something you like doing, then fucking go for it.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't-
fun.
It's cool. Yeah, but overall this year,
Yeah.
I think we need to do like a 2024 overview. I think we
Okay.
should make some predictions. We
Okay.
should give our New Year's resolutions, and then after that, I have a lot of stuff that I want to talk about. I want to talk about Beast Games, and the third episode dropped, which I watched, and there's this post by IGN where they reviewed it and they really hated it, and then Mr. Beast responded to that, and he was very combative. And
Yeah,
I want to talk about that. I want to kind of talk about my thoughts on that and why I kind of disagree with IGN, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And then I also want to talk about Jimmy Carter died. Are you kidding me?
Dude, they did the New York Stock Exchange is actually closing on January 9th to like
really?
observe that
Okay.
Jimmy Carter dying.
I can't believe he died. He was so young.
I know
and
he was
spry.
so young. I watched it like Hassan react to it.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, it was so funny.
He
His
predicted it. I think,
he
yeah.
predicted it actually. That was one of his predictions. He predicted Bill Clinton dying, Jimmy Carter dying, or Mitch
We need to do
McConnell
some predictions
dying.
about people who are going to die also.
Yeah.
And then I want to talk about, we forgot to talk about this last week, Santa Claus. Is he real? Let's find
Oh, I
out.
should have worn my like Santa shirt that I bought.
Yeah. And then finally, I want to get into my driving anxiety and how I've kind of
all right.
dealt with it, and also my office has been getting redecorated. So we'll talk about that as well.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff to get into.
We got a lot on the docket today.
A lot on the dock. I think we should start out with 2024 overview. I mean, we kind of already did it a little bit, but let's go a little more in depth. Like,
okay.
What do you think your biggest accomplishments were this year?
So my biggest accomplishments of this year was getting a new car. Like not a brand new one, obviously, because that's just like stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
But getting a way newer car that's pretty much brand new to me.
Yeah,
and
pay for
it, and that's just another responsibility, you know, that I have, which is good. Getting more responsibilities like that.
Definitely.
More bill. It's not good really, but it's like good in a sense of like being responsible with my money more, and like learning how to like budget and
definitely
height with like not a lot of money, but like decent amount. So that's another one. Another accomplishment that I've always wanted to do is like invest like on my phone where I can see it and where I can manage it like more and all that. So definitely that's like another accomplishment of just investing and like with like little bits of cash at a time, but still like it'll accrue eventually. Like I'm probably gonna hold this portfolio for like 2 years, 2-3 years maybe from now. I don't know.
That's cool.
I'm just gonna hold it until I feel like selling.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to think another one.
I think my biggest accomplishment this year was like YouTube wise.
Yeah.
Just like, I mean, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, you've been going crazy.
Really, like I just like it's so insane, but it's like I feel very like I don't know. The podcast I feel like is in a good spot as well.
Oh yeah, that's one of my accomplishments too. Is just like this podcast, seeing it grow, and like
it's pretty cool.
It's been good being a part of.
I think we're on the right track. Like we've been. I also wanted to talk about like the new like performance of it recently on the pod. It's kind of wild. Like we've started doing like highlight clips.
Yeah.
Where it's like 3 to like 10 minutes long, and they're edited by our producer Zach. Shout out Zach.
Zach.
I don't know. It's just like they're kind of packaged like commentary videos almost.
Yeah.
With their podcast clips, and they're edited like that. And I just really like them so far. They've done really well. I can actually pull up the analytics here on our thing. So as you can see, the newest one that went up was the Cody Ko clip, and it's done super well for us. Yeah. Like this is, you can see down here is our normal performance.
Is that like for podcast like the hour plus?
That's just this video.
Oh, okay.
And then like the whole month has just been like super solid.
Yeah.
We're trying to work towards monetization, so we've made good strides this week or this month. This episode did really well too. That was last episode. So I don't know. It's just like we're really headed in the right direction, I feel like. There's a lot of comments actually that I haven't seen yet. But yeah, it's just been pretty cool. It's just been awesome. I think we're heading in the right direction. I'm excited to see where it goes in the new year.
Yeah, me too. I'm really excited. I'm excited to see like where we are this upcoming year, and where this podcast is, especially maybe in like honestly like 2 months.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I feel like we'll be monetized easily by like March.
Really?
I think so. I think on the track we're going right now, I think it'll be possible.
Yeah.
And if we do get monetized, then we'll probably just invest it back in. But it'll be so cool. One thing also that I am proud of myself in is like I made it on YouTube this year. Yeah. In February, the beginning of the year.
Oh wow!
And which is crazy.
It's almost been a year.
Because the video that blew up, I was talking about my birthday, and I kind of thought about it. I'm like, this isn't my first time. Like it is kind of cool and kind of inspiring to myself that like I had made shorts work in the past. I had made a channel with 60,000+ subscribers before.
Yeah,
and then I didn't like the direction of it, so I switched channels, started from scratch, and I built it up to 50K again.
Yeah.
And it's just so cool. It's like I did it twice.
Yeah.
And this time it's more sustainable, but like I did it one time, I learned from it, I went over to a new channel, and I found what I like doing, and it's just so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know.
So what are your goals for the new year? You got any goals?
Goals, I mean, this is the only number goal I really have is 100K.
Yeah.
it's probably not good to set like number goals like that necessarily.
Yeah.
It's probably better. I mean, most importantly, 1 video plus a month, 1 to 2 videos a month on the main channel is my goal.
Yeah.
Continuing with weekly podcasts, growing out the podcast to the point where it's monetizable at least a little bit.
Yeah.
And just honing in on my craft, making stuff I like.
Yeah.
Trying to get well performing videos about stuff I like talking about. But yeah, not money wise, but like, in terms of numbers,
yeah,
I only have one goal, and that's 100K because I really fucking want a plaque.
Yeah,
I just want the plaque. Otherwise,
it would look good in that like shelf,
right in this new shelf. It would be so cool. And I'm definitely gonna put it there when I get it. But it's just like I really want 100K. That is my only number goal. Otherwise, I'm just like I don't really care about the numbers. I just want to keep being able to do.
Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing good already. Really.
Yeah.
You know.
What about you? What are your goals? 2025.
Just like I don't know, like just find more hobbies.
Yeah.
Get back into biking.
There you go.
Definitely a big goal. I think this summer,
fitness.
Especially with like I have a bike rack on my new car now, or like
nice.
I don't have it on there now because the backup camera thing keeps beeping because it was blocking the sensor.
Oh no.
So, but use that more. Go biking maybe one or 2 times a week at least.
In the summer?
Yeah, in the summer. And then invest more. Just like keep doing what I'm doing. I like the way it's going. And then
that's the best kind of goal. Is just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm doing good already, you know.
It's working, keep at it. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, fitness wise.
Oh, fitness.
I've got some goals.
Oh yeah, what are your goals for fitness?
I want to do more runs. I want to do I don't know. I want to try to go to the gym 3 times a week. Like I have been.
We should in the summertime. We should do like a miles challenge or something like
Yes.
that.
Oh yeah.
'Cause I'll be biking. You can run. You know.
Oh, yeah.
The thing is, I can do more miles.
I know that's a tough situation there.
But
we could do it though.
yeah,
I
could limit myself to like 5 miles a ride.
I could probably bike also.
Yeah.
I could do runs and then also bike sometimes.
Yeah.
To just like catch up with you. So yeah, we'll see. If we can like include both. But yeah, I want to do more runs. I mean, maybe not this year, but at some point I do want to do like a marathon or at least like a half marathon or something.
They have like the drumstick dash. That's a 5K though. I'm
gonna do some stuff, but this year like I just did my first like outdoor run really.
Yeah, how was that?
Yesterday. It was good. I got okay. We also later we need to talk about like redecorating it and stuff and how we went shopping and some of the stuff we got. But
that was good.
We went to Dick's.
Yeah,
Sporting Goods, and I got some Brooks like running shoes, not sponsored. Just the best shoes I've ever had. They were like $160, but
yeah, dude,
so worth it because it's like walking on a fucking cloud. It's like crazy. It's like running. I've run on like the treadmill for the past few years.
Yeah,
and it's
is it different?
It's so different.
Yeah, I've heard that it's like you do like 4 miles on a treadmill, and that's like maybe
on the treadmill versus
the
well, it's different running with running shoes, and it's way different on running in like on the ground actually. But without running shoes, like I've tried to run before, and I just couldn't keep doing it. It just like hurt. It was just bad. But now that I've like I tried it yesterday. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go and do a little run. I had my new shoes. I really wanted to break them in, so I did it. And I felt good. I did like 4 miles. It was like 500 calories burned. So like I've been tracking calories, and that's been that was a super easy day. I just was like, I was like drinking a Monster, full calorie, full sugar Monster. Just like this has like completely been canceled out. But
sorry, I'm texting someone to ask something.
You're texting one of your real friends.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, I wanna try to do more runs outside and in the gym. I want to try to go to the gym 3 times a week as well as runs, and maybe even try to train for like a marathon or half marathon or something. We'll see. Maybe a 5K. We'll see though. Overall, I just want to kind of keep being consistent. I don't really have any specific like number goals with fitness.
Like you have like a mile goal? Like
not really.
You want a mile do that or like
kind of 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Working out.
What are you gonna focus on like in the gym wise this summer? Just like building muscle, you think?
Mainly building muscle and running.
Yeah.
Which I guess are kind of conflicting, but
yeah.
I want to I want to try to do a lot of weights. At least 3 times a week, I want to do weights, legs and arms, or variations of that. And then I want to run maybe 5 times a week or something. I don't know. I want to do it like more. It was really fun. Yeah. It was just, I don't know. It felt good. But what about you? What are your fitness goals? You said biking.
So like the thing is, my job is already like physical as hell.
That's true.
Anyways, so like I probably won't do much in the gym. Maybe like some back exercises. I went to the gym and did that, back exercises and leg presses,
smart
stuff like that. But I'm not upper body. Like, dude, my arms are
bike.
Yeah, bike cardio.
There you go. Your arms are what?
My arms are like pretty decently. I have decent muscle on my arms right now.
Oh yeah, prove it.
Just like rips the sleeves off my shirt. Yeah, but yeah, maybe I was actually like, because when I had to start at 3:00 that one day, I didn't eat enough and I almost like didn't make it through the shift.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to eat so maybe
bring like a protein shake or anything.
No, I didn't. I feel like I'd puke honestly if I drink anything with milk or something like that. And what I'm thinking is, because the summer I don't think I'm gonna take any classes like I thought I was going to, but I don't know, man. I just don't feel like paying like for classes during the summer too. But my plan is to maybe make some like meal prep, pretty much like meal prep with chicken. Kind of make like Chipotle, like homemade Chipotle bowls that won't make you explode.
Yeah, you had a Chipotle experience recently, right?
Oh yeah, I did.
Tell us about that.
So my mom got this. I don't even know what it was called, but she got this bowl.
She's Chipotle.
Yeah, Chipotle. And she's like, I don't really like it. I think her stomach was already kind of hurting.
Oh, man.
So that didn't really help.
It's probably the MSG they put in there that fucks with people.
Maybe.
Anyways, go on.
But, yeah, so she didn't want it. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll take it. I don't have to get anything or make anything at the house, so it saves me some time. It's like, cool. And then, not the night of.
Disaster struck.
Bro, it wasn't that I was like shitting a lot or anything like that.
It wasn't that?
It wasn't that. It was just my stomach was hurting all day.
Oh.
It wasn't even that much, but it was like kind of like, I don't know, bubbly. Yeah, like that noise.
Gas.
It wasn't even like I was like stuck on the toilet all day or anything. It was just that my stomach was literally like hurting. I don't know if it was like because it was a little cold or something, but
it's probably just like, dude, I don't know. I feel like they've got to put like MSG or something in it.
Yeah.
Because like, I go to Chipotle sometimes, and whenever I do, usually I'm fine. But then every now and then, if there's a batch, I've talked about it before, but every now and then there's a batch.
Yeah.
The Chipotle paradox, where it's like you go there and you're like, oh, this is really, really good.
Yeah.
And then you go eat more often. You're like, I should go here more. And then eventually you have that one, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
But I've never had like actual food poisoning where I'm like puking and.
I think Chipotle's had some like outbreaks in their food.
Oh, really?
Like, what is
everything has been recently, like E. coli outbreak.
Dude, it's on the rise, actually.
It's like good. The bird flu too.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I think it's in like, I forgot what state. It's not in Virginia.
I don't think so. But there was like,
but it was like an outbreak. Like the what's the health agency that RFK is going to destroy in like a couple months?
The Department of Health, or what?
Yeah, it's the FDA.
Oh,
the
shit.
The FDA like put out a warning about.
Is he going to destroy it, or is he going to try to use it to?
I think he's going to like just like deregulate it or something.
He's so confusing. He's like,
I know.
He's like, we need to do less regulation on,
because Bernie said
we need to do less regulation on the vaccines. We need to stop requiring vaccines, but also we need to regulate these chemicals and stuff. It's like,
his like, he has like some of his opinions I kind of agree with because it's somewhat true. But the other opinions are just like, dude, you're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah, what are you saying?
Yeah,
that's true.
But yeah, like Bernie Sanders agrees with him a little because Bernie Sanders sits on the like some health committee.
Yeah,
and he's like, yeah, I kind of agree with. I agree with some of the things. Things, but some of the things I don't agree, and I think we should kind of like look at that seriously.
Yeah, I think overall, my opinion on RFK is more.
It's funny he works out in jeans too.
Yeah, dude, and he's married to Cheryl Hines, Like I know her from like Curb Your Enthusiasm. When I realized that, I was like, "What the fuck?
Yeah,
why is she married to this guy?"
She's like, he has the wealth.
Yeah, and he is pretty buff. I can't lie.
Yeah,
RFK, I would say it to your face, but I don't fuck with you.
Yeah,
I would not say it to his face. But he is like, he's such a strange guy, and I feel like the negative of him outweighs the slight benefit.
Yeah.
But I will at least see it as a benefit if I'll see it as a slight plus in the world of darkness if under the Trump administration RFK regulates certain like Red 40 or like terrible chemicals that are in our food.
Hear something about like Red 40 and food dyes and stuff.
Oh, really?
The FDA will ban one of those like colorings, those artificial colorings. I think it was like Red 40 or red.
One of the reds.
One of the reds they were gonna ban. But yeah, all that stuff with the FDA.
That's fun stuff.
I don't know if it's like I don't know if they ever did because I heard that, but I didn't hear like them actually. I didn't see anything, but it could have happened.
Yeah, but yeah, okay. What do you think? What do you think is gonna happen in 2025? We talked about our goals. We talked about 2024, but what is actually gonna happen? Who's gonna die? Who's gonna get canceled?
I feel like Mitch McConnell he might pass.
Who's Mitch McConnell?
He's like the old like Senate majority leader, or minority leader in the Senate.
I think Luigi Mangione is gonna get jury nullified, or jury nullification. Show him the.
So we were shopping and I found this magazine. I don't know if they can see it. Maybe you can like zoom in.
Yeah, they can see it.
But it's it's pretty much writing like it seems like a hit piece on them or something.
Yeah, I think it is a hit piece. It's like the making of a murderer, Luigi Mangione.
Yeah.
Yeah, God.
But I feel like he actually might get like exempt or whatever.
I feel like it's possible.
And I feel like Mitch
Unless
McConnell
they like nitpick the jury in a certain way.
Yeah, they might.
It'd be hard to do that, to be honest.
Yeah. And then Mitch McConnell, I think, will die. Dude, he every time he does a press conference, he just like he talks and he's like, it turns off up there. Like
I think
really
Joe Biden.
Dude, Joe Biden might pass.
I think he might die.
Joe Biden.
Look, I am not.
Or Joe Biden might live to 100 like Jimmy Carter did.
That would be awesome.
Dude, and then he's like,
I don't want Joe Biden to die.
Yeah.
Joe Biden. But I feel like he might.
Dude, they might like start bringing him out in like a wheelchair with a blanket covering his like legs.
Dude, rip Jimmy Carter, but he's an overall decent guy, it seemed like.
Yeah.
But I don't really know much about him. My mom actually went to high school with his daughter.
That's cool.
But seems like a chill guy. Like from what I've heard about him, overall he seems like a nice guy. I know he was pretty pro Palestine.
Yeah, I was watching like a song like watching videos and talk about him, and he was like literally talking like he's like it's Israel's apartheid over Palestinians.
Yeah, he was like super woke as the kids say.
Yeah.
But I mean, he did a lot of good, a lot of charity and stuff. I don't know much about his presidency, but I do know like
his foreign policy was iffy.
I'm sure.
But I mean, like you're America, you do some bad things overseas.
It's part of the job, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But rip Jimmy Carter. But it is like, I swear he's been dead. I swear he was dead when he voted for Kamala Harris. Like the Democratic Party just took his body and they were like, let's do a publicity stunt with this before we announce his death. Let's make it look like he voted. No, he seemed like he was good for real, but unfortunately he had to watch Donald Trump get elected. So,
and then he saw the rise and fall. He's been alive because he was born. He was like the first president. 100 years ago, and he was
1924.
He was the first president, or the first president, or the first person maybe to be like born in a hospital. Because up until
first person to be born in a
hospital?
Or
like one of the first few babies, because back then they were like having kids at home and all that. They weren't.
Interesting. I'm not gonna fact check you on that. Let me know if that's right.
Yeah, I don't know that because I heard something about that where he was one of the.
He was like a peanut farmer. Also,
he was in Plains, Georgia.
Nice.
In old Plains, Georgia. But
that's cool. I mean, rip Jimmy Carter. I feel like Joe Biden might die. I'm not trying to. I don't.
He might.
I wouldn't really be happy about it. But I wouldn't be terribly sad, I guess. I feel like Joe Biden's he's got a lot of problems.
He's gonna be the person that's gonna be in charge of he's gonna be like Nancy Pelosi, where she's like still influencing the Democratic Party, but Joe Biden's gonna be influenced the Democratic Party, and his mind's his mind's not there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't want him as a president, but I don't want him to die. But I feel like that's my prediction. So I need to take away my involvement in the death, because it's hard for me to be like, this person's gonna die, and then I'm like, but I don't want them to die.
It's so funny because when because someone predicted Jimmy Carter to die in 2024. And then when it happened, he's like, dude, that's low-key a buzzard beater.
Yeah, it was though.
It's like the last day.
Yeah, for real. And then, okay, who else is going to die?
Let's see. Mitch McConnell, Joe Biden.
They don't have to be all politicians either necessarily.
Well, they're the only old people.
Yeah, that's all of them are like about to die. I think every single person in the in our government is gonna die this year. Donald Trump is gonna. Okay, how about this? I'm gonna make another prediction, and I'm not gonna be affiliated with this if this happens. I think 3 people are gonna try to assassinate Donald Trump. Okay, that's what I think because it's already happened.
Twice.
3 times.
Oh.
Well, 2 times for real. Wait, was it 2 or 3? 2, I think.
Let's see. So one happened in June, I think, around that time.
Yeah.
Another incident happened at the golf course.
Okay.
Some crazy
I think that
Ukrainian like NATO guy.
Yeah.
And then I think that's it.
I think that was it. Okay.
Yeah.
So there might have been so far.
There might have been some like threats.
Yeah.
Visible threats, but like nothing actually happened. Came of those.
Yeah. Okay, but I think it's gonna happen 3 more times because, look, okay, Trump is gonna get into office. I'm just gonna make a prediction right now. Trump's gonna get into office. He's gonna fuck some shit up. Okay, the economy is gonna go down. At first, it might go up a little bit because people are like, "Yay!" But then it's gonna fucking crash. Okay, maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's what's gonna happen because he's gonna attempt to deport millions and millions of immigrants. He's gonna attempt to fucking like do all of this shit that I don't agree with. I feel like he is going to get into office and things are going to get real bad.
CIA, FBI, look at his shirt and look at his opinions.
Shit. I got a fucking Hassan Piker shirt on. It's like a fucking shout out Hassan. Yeah, but I feel like everything's going to go fucking bad. Like shit is going to get bad in 2025 is my prediction. I don't want to predict that, but that's what I feel like is going to happen. Yeah. In my personal life, I think things are going to skyrocket. Everything's going to be great. But in terms of everything else, I think that the country's going to kind of start going on a big downturn. I think shit is going to get real bad before it gets better. And I think people are going to be really fucking mad at Trump about it. I think 2028, I know this is I'm predicting 4 years ahead, but I feel like it's possible that whatever Democrat goes in there is going to win by a landslide. Yeah. Well, I guess they're not running against Donald Trump because he can't run again. Yeah. But maybe not. Republican could be like, Trump bad. But I feel like Republicans by 2028 are going to be like, that was bad. Yeah. I hope. Maybe I'm wrong.
Dude, honestly, like, because I was seeing, like, I saw this thing, like, who are the Democrats going to primary in 2027 or whatever they primary. I swear to God, if they primary Kamala Harris, I'm going to be pissed.
Dude, I would be so pissed as well.
Because it's like, you tried this. You tried this. You know? Yeah, I feel like Gavin Newsom probably, and then some other young, like maybe Josh, the Pennsylvania governor. Mm-hmm. I know it's last name Shapiro. I forgot what the first.
Oh, yeah.
But
Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro. I'm gonna primary the Democrat Party.
Tim Walz is kind of old, but like I would probably.
Tim Walz
he could be cool.
I think he could. He
had his own platform.
Yeah, if he had his own like progressive platform, not like be censored by the Kamala Harris campaign.
Or like I don't know if AOC wants to, but I feel like she would be cool.
Yeah, AOC actually was trying to get on be in a Democratic like committee leadership, but then Nancy Pelosi like shot her down.
Damn.
Nancy Pelosi's like, I don't want you banning my trading, my insider trading that I beat the S&P 500 year over year.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like things are going to get bad. I think people are going to really resent Donald Trump because of it. Not only Democrats, but also Republicans. And I think it's possible, my prediction is, that people are going to be so pissed that they're going to try another attempt on his life. This is not a act of provoking violence. I do not suggest you do that. Even if you were to do that, it is not going to help the situation, okay? It's just going to make shit crazier. Yeah. Political violence is not good. But I predict that's going to happen, okay?
Yeah.
I don't know. Any predictions you have?
I predict, let's see, anything political. I mean, like, I don't think, like, because think about it. All these illegal undocumented migrants, they pretty much are, like, they're doing all the food work, you know, like picking the crops out of the fields, really. That's what they're doing. I feel like,
cheap labor.
Because, I mean, this is, like, kind of coming from, like, my own opinion, Hassan's kind of opinion.
Yeah.
Because, okay, he was talking about this one thing that happened where people, some politicians tried to deport like all the food workers that were working on the farm. The farmers rose up against the United States government, and then it kind of like went away. So I mean, it could happen. That could happen again. Or
you think he'll fail to deport?
I feel like
immigrants? I hope he does.
I feel like it's like 50-50, honestly, where like
he's gonna definitely try.
Where like they could run into problems and they could be like, oh, this is such a pain in the ass. Let's just like build the wall, do that.
Yeah. Let's just kill him.
Yeah. Yeah, shit.
No, but I feel like
if they do, I feel like it's gonna be really covered. I feel like people are gonna realize, oh shit, wait, I see my family member on this video or something like that. What the fuck's happening?
My neighbor, or my my lawn guy.
Yeah, my lawn guy's gone. What the fuck?
Deported.
Yeah.
And so did my roof guy and my fucking the guy that, and all the grocery prices are fucking gonna go up.
Yeah,
it's so funny. Also, we gotta talk about this. Trump recently in like a speech, he said like we're gonna get Greenland and we're gonna.
He's not. I don't think he's gonna get that.
We're gonna get the Panama Canal.
I really don't think.
What did he say? He's gonna annex Canada or something?
So he said he wants Canada to be part of the United States. He never said he was gonna annex. Is like when you invade and go in.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I thought he said annex.
Maybe, but
it's just like crazy. And okay, I don't want to make this prediction, but I do feel this way, sort of. I feel like I don't want to say it. World War III is potentially imminent. I don't think that
I don't think so.
I don't know if like the United States is going to get involved in it at first, but like we've got the Israel-Palestine stuff, we've got the Ukraine-Russia stuff. All these little wars are breaking out around the world.
Yeah.
And we got fucking Donald Trump in office, and he's like, I'm going to fucking take all this stuff. It's going to be awesome, and we're going to make the best country in the world.
I feel like it's going to, if anything, it'll be like isolationist policy where Donald Trump, when he says he'll end it, he'll just get U.S. involvement out, and pretty much we won't be involved in anything or anything.
We'll see.
Like that.
We'll see. I don't know.
Because like that was more the attitude like pre-World War II, pretty much. That was the attitude of most Americans after World War I because of all the casualties.
Just like not get involved.
Yeah, not get involved. You're on your own, Europe. And then Franklin Delano Roosevelt put us in World War II because I mean Europe needed the United States. It was that war would probably drag on another like 10 years maybe.
Right. I feel like it's gonna. We'll see. But I hope that doesn't happen. I hope I'm wrong on that. But I do feel like
it'll be some. If anything, possible. It'll be some kind of like isolationist policy where Trump will just stop the wars, which means he'll get us out of the wars.
Yeah.
And and Ukraine and Palestine. I mean, Palestine's pretty much on its own. Really.
I hope that. I mean, I guess I do hope that if Donald Trump does that, he removes the aid to Israel.
No, I don't think that'll happen.
Likely, what he'll probably just do is remove it from Ukraine.
Yeah,
and then like kind of keep funding Israel, or just be like, well, now we don't have to give money to the Ukraine. We just give it all to Israel instead.
I think even before the like pre-Israel pre-October 7th, we were giving Israel we fund Israel's defense directly.
Yeah.
Even without conflict, really.
Mm-hmm.
So they have resources or whatever to kill people, but
which I mean, I guess without that it would be fine, I guess. But there's a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I hope I'm gonna make a good prediction now.
Yeah.
The war in Gaza will end. I'm just being an optimist here.
Yeah.
I have no reason to believe that. I just want it to be true.
Yeah. I hope it will end.
I hope that the war in Ukraine will end. That actually, I scratched the World War III thing. Just gonna forget about that because I don't want that to happen. I'm gonna put out into the world good vibes. The war in Gaza, the war in Ukraine, it's all gonna end. Everyone's gonna be in peaceful harmony under Donald Trump.
Oh. I like how we laughed at that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh shit.
Grocery prices are gonna go up. Tariffs are gonna fuck the economy as well. It's gonna be a rough year, but
yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. The last Trump term wasn't that bad, but he had like actual like sane people. Behind him.
Yeah, they have the House and the Senate now.
Sane people, you know.
Yeah.
Well, like they have the House. I don't know how much of a majority they actually have in the Senate, but the House, they couldn't get Trump's and Elon Musk's budget passed.
They couldn't?
Yeah, even with all the Republican votes that they had in the House. So maybe
there's also been like a crazy amount of like discourse within the Republican Party recently about like immigrants.
Oh yeah,
Elon Musk is basically I like the one I like the immigrants that are smart and do all the labor that I can exploit. Yeah, I don't like the lazy ones. I like the ones that I can exploit and pay less, but they're also really good at their job.
Yeah.
But then I hate all the other ones. And then Donald Trump actually backed Elon's thoughts. So H-1B visas are going to continue, I'm pretty sure, but they're going to deport everyone else, I guess, which is fucked up. We don't have to get too political. Sorry, we had a little bit of we had to get political though. I mean, we're talking about the future. It's hard not to.
Yeah.
It's kind of the only thing on my mind.
Yeah,
a lot of the time.
But
speaking of anxieties.
Yeah.
Or wait, let's see. Do we have anything else?
I think we've covered it good.
We've covered it all. Okay. Oh wait. Okay. Overall, 2025. Are we optimistic or are we worried? Pessimistic.
I think I'm optimistic for now.
I'm optimistic.
The news cycle
and pessimistic at the same time. Dude, the news cycle is going to be so annoying for the past 4 years. Next 4 years.
Would have been nice if we got another like Democrat in where the news cycle's like boring and like maybe one exciting news story.
There is one benefit I feel like to Trump being in office that is a very small one in regards to the massive negative. But I feel like if Kamala Harris were to get elected in 2024, it would have been the same old, same old. Nothing would have really happened.
Oh, yeah.
2024, we probably would have had a Republican candidate win. And then...
No, she would have put a Republican in her cabinet.
Yeah,
she literally is fucking...
She is a Republican.
No, but if just like talking about that, just hearing that, I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, who is telling you to do these things?
I don't know.
Idiot.
Liz Cheney.
Pretty much.
No, but I think that now that Donald Trump has been elected, I think he is going to fuck shit up real bad, which I know doesn't sound like the benefit, but because he'll do that, then we'll realize that we have to do progress. Then people will be more on the side of progress because right now they're fed up with the status quo. So Donald Trump's going to fuck everything up and we're going to be like, okay, we didn't know what we were missing. Let's go back, or maybe not go back, but like fix it. Let's fix shit. So I just hope that things have to get worse, I think, before they get better. And this is going to make that happen. That's the only thing that I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic about that long term. 2025, though, I'm pessimistic political-wise, politics-wise.
That's fair.
But in my own life, very optimistic, so...
Yeah, same.
All right. But yeah, speaking of anxiety, driving.
Oh, yeah.
I've talked about before on here how I've had, like, hella anxiety when I'm on the road. Like, when... I don't know what it is. It's just, like, I always get stressed out because, especially when I'm on the interstate or whatever, because I see all these fucking like videos of people just getting obliterated in car crashes on Instagram Reels and shit, and it's just like, sometimes when I get on the road, it's just like, and like I have family members who've gotten in accidents, like my aunt, got in a pretty bad accident. She's fine, but just like a bunch of shit like that, and it's just like, so when I'm in the car, it scared me for a while. I just was like so nervous. But now recently, I don't know what it is. I've gotten over it, thankfully.
That's good.
Yeah, like I feel like you were mentioning earlier, like I've gotten a lot more comfortable, it seems like, with driving. I think one of the main things that's helped with that is not going on the interstates like at all.
Yeah.
I feel like that makes it so much more chill.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have to merge. I'm not going, even if I am going 60, like if I'm on like a certain road, then like I'm not like, surrounded by trucks and shit. It's just like, I hate that stuff. Like we even drove all the way to Memphis, and I don't think I mentioned this last week, but we didn't even take the highway at all. We literally avoided highways the whole time. It was 4 hours longer, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
It was a lot more chill.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I didn't really have anywhere to go with that.
Yeah, I mean that's good though.
Yeah.
That's good that you're like, or you overcome that.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're just like, you like kind of press the gas pedal a little extra.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Sometimes I almost want to go on the interstate so I can go fast, but then I'm like, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather just.
Oh yeah, I know.
Sometimes what I'll do, and
dude, I went on the interstate yesterday because I take it to work. It's like I get stiff every time because I'm like, I'm like merging. Yeah. And there's like always like cars. I mean, it's like right around 4 or 5 sometimes. So it's like it's busy. Dude, I was like merging onto this one part of the interstate. A car was literally like so close. I was like, come on, go. Come on. What are you doing? And then what I'll do always is I'll try to get farthest to the left as possible because there's always like one car that's crawling and it just stagnates traffic up so bad all the time. Or sometimes there'll be traffic coming out of an on-ramp or an off-ramp because it'll be so busy.
Yeah.
And it just like, I mean, it's really dangerous.
It fucking is so scary. And like when you're in Virginia, we're pretty lucky. Also, like,
oh yeah,
Virginia drivers are like
they're
nice as hell.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Yeah,
like if you're like you put your signal on, they'll like slow down and someone will go up and they'll like make room for you.
Yeah.
Like Florida, Memphis, that shit doesn't happen.
In the South, it's every person for themselves.
Yeah, North Carolina, South Carolina, like everywhere else that I've been in the world, people are just fucking assholes on the road. They go like 20 over all the time. In Memphis, I kid you not, multiple times, I even saw a police officer do this. People would go up to the red light, look both ways, scoot up a little bit more, and then just run the red light. Like straight up.
Bro,
I straight up saw an officer do that without their like lights on. Like I just saw an officer, they were just like, they scooted up, they like swerved by my mom, and then they just like looked both ways, and then they just fucking went.
And then they flicked your mom off.
Yeah.
They're like,
and then they didn't have their lights on at all. Like they weren't like trying to go anywhere.
Yeah.
And I saw it happen multiple different times. I was like,
crazy.
Fucking what the fuck?
That's insane.
Saw so many like just broken windshields, like like hanging off mirrors and shit.
Yeah.
Like we're pretty lucky to live in Virginia.
Dude, and you know what I saw a lot in New York? Not really cars related stuff, but like people had their bikes locked up outside. I kid you not, about 1 in 5 bikes, or no, 2 in 5 bikes really, no tires.
Damn.
Tires would get fucking stolen.
It's the immigrants. Trump's gonna fix it.
Dude, it's fucking crazy.
Trump's gonna fix all of it. I'm just kidding. I want to talk about Santa Claus.
All right. Yeah.
So you know how he's like real and shit?
Yeah.
People say that he's not. Like, what the fuck is that about?
Yeah.
No,
dude, I got this watch from Santa. Like,
really? That goes hard.
Yeah.
Santa knows his shit.
Santa knows his shit, bro.
He knows his shit. No, I want to talk about this because it's something I thought about this year. Like, why do we lie to our kids about Santa Claus?
It's just a tradition.
Where the fuck is it? Like, it's so weird.
I don't know. I mean, it's just not. It's just something for them to be excited about, you know.
That's fair, but like, it's
are you gonna tell your kids that Santa's not real, Dakota?
I probably will.
That's crazy, dude.
I don't want them to have joy.
You'll actually wait. Seriously,
I don't want them to have any pleasure in their life.
Sarcastic?
No, I'm being sarcastic in that regard.
Okay,
but
good. I was about to say because people will look at you weird.
No, but I will probably tell them it's not real.
Wait, what?
I'm serious about that part.
Dude,
I was joking about the part that I wouldn't let have any joy.
No.
Look, hear me out.
Do it like around like middle school or something.
No. Hear me out. Why do we lie to our kids for the first like 14 years of their life, or 13 or 12 or whatever, however old you were, and we're just like, yeah, this random fat man who steals your milk and drinks your milk and eats your cookies and then drops off a bunch of fucking presents. He goes to every house in the world in one night. It is a fucking crazy thing to tell people. It is a heartbreaking moment as a kid when you learn it's not real. You learn your parents lied to you for years.
Not really.
For me, it was. Dude, when I found out when I was like 8 years old, and my friend Emmett, he was like, Santa Claus isn't real, dude. And I was like, you fucking kidding me? I was fucking devastated. That doesn't make any sense. Why do we lie to our kids about this?
Listen, let me explain it to you.
Okay.
It's different when your friend tells you like Santa's not real. Okay?
Yeah.
It's different. But like you find out on your own. It's pretty easy.
That's fucked up. Okay, also when parents are like,
life,
we're Christians, we believe in God, and then they're also like, oh, and Santa Claus is real. You can't do both. You can't be like, yeah, this is real. This is also real.
Okay.
But then when you're like 13 years old, you figure out, oh, this one's not real. We were fucking lying to you about that one. But by the way, God is still real. Keep believing in that. So like, if you're gonna teach your kids Christian values and you're gonna tell them that Santa Claus is real, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Time out.
Doesn't make any sense.
Time out.
Okay.
You're popping off.
I'm sorry. This is something I feel passionate about for some reason.
Yeah. And also, I kind of get what you're saying.
Okay.
Kind of get what you're saying. But if you think about it, it makes it like more fun for the kids. You know, you go see Santa Claus, you get your picture taken, and then when you get about 14 to like 15,
that's pushing it, but yeah.
Yeah, but you know, whenever someone
like 11 or 12.
Yeah, probably. You're like, oh yeah, that was a fun time. It was cool. It's cool to see other kids enjoy it too, and then they'll find out by themselves.
Look,
Here's
the thing.
Don't tell your kids that Santa's not real.
I'm going to tell them that's not real. Listen, here's the thing. I think
you might as well tell them God's not real too while you're at it. But we don't have to get into that.
I don't think that you have to think it's real to enjoy it. I think
that's true,
that as a 17-year-old who obviously doesn't think Santa Claus is real,
but
I still think that the myth is fun. I think if you present it to your kids like, what are you doing, Sasha? what are you doing? You know, Santa's not real.
She's like, I'm leaving.
She's like, man, I thought he was real. This is fucked up. No, I think that if you present it to your kids, like, okay, look, there's this fun little myth that Santa Claus, it's not a real thing. It's just kind of like pretend to have fun. Yeah. And you just lean into it and you talk about how it's fun, but it's not real. I think if you stress that it's not real, but also stress, obviously, I would do to my kids, I'd probably be like, look, like, it's not real, but it's just a fun little thing. But like, if your friends believe it, don't spoil it for them. Like, it's important.
Yeah,
to them.
But you say that, but like kids, they don't.
I know.
They don't have that.
I feel like it's worth doing because I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Just tell them the UPS driver and the FedEx driver and the Amazon driver. That's your Santa Claus.
I mean, look, because like, look, you can totally just like enjoy it just as much.
That's true. I mean, I enjoy it.
You knew it wasn't real. I like watching the movies and stuff and like seeing Santa. I like writing Santa on one of the gifts or whatever. Like, it's fun. But like, why do we tell him it's a real thing?
Because it's fun. You know, it's fun. You play Santa Claus. My brother does that at his dad's house with his dad and stepmom. They like set out the presents when they're like asleep.
That's cool.
And I don't know. I think it's just like something. You know, it's a tradition. You got to carry it on.
I feel like it's a stupid tradition that we need to end.
Oh my fucking god!
I feel like we need to go. I'm going woke. I'm starting a war on Christmas.
Oh my fucking god! Look at this fucking guy.
I think we need to teach pronouns and trans instead of this Santa Claus thing.
Yeah,
that's what we need to do. We need to push radical gender ideology on our kids instead of this BS.
Oh my god.
Red Santa. It's a red. It's a Republican. No, I'm just kidding. That's not my problem with Santa Claus. My problem is just like, why do we lie about it?
It's a fun little thing. You tell your kids other lies too.
I don't know. I just always felt like
tell them mom and daddy are happy.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
How are they gonna believe that if I also told them the Santa Claus is real?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I just feel like, especially if you're trying to teach them about a certain religion, that telling them about a mythical Santa is just absurd.
Yeah.
You get it at least in regards to if you're like, God is real.
Yeah,
all-knowing.
I get it in that, yeah.
But this is also real. And then you're like, that one's not real, but this one is still real. So don't forget about that one.
We're going to get some heat from the Christian community now.
I'm cool with Christians.
Yeah.
If you're teaching Christianity to your kids, that's cool. I don't really have a problem with it as long as you're not weaponizing it in a harmful way. But if you're teaching them Christian values and you're teaching them that God is real, then why also tell them Santa is real? Because then when they learn that one of them's not real, it's going to be hard for them to believe you about the other one.
That's fair. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it that way. But also it's like, you think about it, it's something for the kids to look forward to. So when they grow up and then they have nothing to look forward to, then it's easier.
To do what?
I don't know. But I don't know. It's like a fun little thing to do with your kids, you know. Be like, oh, Santa's coming. It gets them excited.
It does.
It's the one thing they have left.
My family's going to be, we're going to have blue hair. We're gonna not believe in Santa Claus.
Yeah. Blue hair.
No, but I don't know. It's just like.
Blue hairs.
It just kind of irks me. It's something I don't know. Maybe it's because I found out from a friend rather than
I think
my
that's
parents,
why.
Whatever.
I mean, like, I didn't really even find out.
You never found out? I'm telling you now.
Yeah. No,
you're like, wait, what? 21? You're 21? Oh my god.
No.
Are you telling me he's not real?
I mean, like, you know, you just kind of figure it out. If you're observant, you figure it out. You're like, oh, this is not even possible for someone to deliver like to a billion people.
It's just
or 7 billion people.
It's a fun in concept, and I get it.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like you have to tell them it's a real thing for them to get excited about it. Also, people will say like, oh, well, what about like, you know, it's a good way to get kids to behave. Just tell them, I won't get you as many presents if you're bad this year. Done.
No, that won't work because parents are like susceptible to their own kids.
Well, grow spine. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this whole thing in the comments. I thought it would be something interesting to talk about because that's something I feel strongly about for some reason.
Yeah, that's weird that you feel strongly about it, but I don't know.
It's something I probably if I had found out from like my mom or something. Here's the thing also, and sorry mom if I'm breaking this to you now, but I found out when I was probably like 7. My friend Emmett, he was like, He's like, yeah, Santa's not real, dude. It's
That's
fucking
crazy.
bullshit.
He just like dropped that on you.
Like, yeah, it's just complete bullshit. So
wait, how old was he?
Same age as me.
Dang. Oh, okay. So he
I was like, oh fuck, are you serious? There's no way. I was like, but my parents told me that. And so then I'm like, for the rest of my life, for the next like 4 years, I just like kept going along with it. Like I didn't tell my mom like, oh yeah, I know Santa's not real. I was like, he is real though, right? I kept her going, and so she continued to try to lie to me, but I knew it wasn't real. Yeah. And for some reason, I was like, I didn't want to like tell her that I knew it wasn't real. But so it was like this. I was in this weird spot where I was like, she had like the Elf on the Shelf and stuff, and like for some reason it like made me really sad to think like my mom lied to me for years about this, and then she continues to lie to me about it, even though I know it's not real, but I don't want to tell her that. But it's just like it fucked me up.
You haven't told her?
No, I've told her now, obviously.
Oh, okay.
But
good.
like,
I was like, wait, what?
I've never gone this in depth with it. I never told her that I knew for years.
Yeah.
But I was like,
I
was just like, fuck, like this is kind of fucked up. Why do we do this? And that's something I guess I've always kind of held on to. That's why I feel so strongly about it.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I mean, it's a little thing you do for like a couple weeks.
I don't fuck with it. A couple weeks?
Well, no, sorry.
A couple weeks of the year.
I guess yeah. That's what I mean. Okay. No, I do it a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
just for like the first couple weeks of their life, and then you tell them at 2 weeks old.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Anyways, speaking of Santa Claus, the people who have everything, and they're all knowing, Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast, yes.
Beast Games. Last week we talked about Beast Games. We kind of talked about the first couple episodes and how we felt about them. I want to talk about the third episode and also the fact that IGN reviewed it, and they fucking trashed it. Like, they hated it.
Oh, wow.
And Jimmy actually responded to that review, which we'll talk about as well.
Yeah.
And we talked about the third episode and some of the controversy. I've gone a little bit more in depth and learned about it. So let's get into it.
All right, let's get into it.
First of all, episode 3. You haven't seen it yet, right?
I haven't seen it. I'm gonna watch it.
It was just basically the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
From before we get into the IGN review, I like it.
Yeah.
So far, I mean, I've got problems with Mr. Beast. I do, and I even have. There's definitely some valid stuff with the episode 0, which, okay, the controversy that happened where like medications weren't properly given, there was like a bunch of lawsuits and stuff, was done on episode 0. So episode 0 is something that went out before, like right as the show dropped on his YouTube channel, and it was 2,000 contestants. So it was basically, I didn't notice the last episode, but they did an episode 0 where it was 2,000 contestants, and they eliminated 1,000 people in that first episode, and then, which is on his YouTube channel, and then those 1,000 contestants moved on to Beast Games.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And so in that 2,000 people, it was in like Vegas, I'm pretty sure, they had a lot of situations. They had some stuff go down.
Yeah.
Didn't end up all going to plan. Otherwise, it was pretty good. But yeah, so I don't know. I do think there is very valid stuff that went wrong and that they should have prepared for and things like that. I do also think that it was like an unprecedented amount of people, never really been done before, so it is kind of hard to prepare for something that's never been done before.
Yeah.
But that being said, it is their responsibility to take care of those things. But also, everyone did get $2,000 for showing up. That is something that, if we didn't know last episode we were talking about, everyone got $2,000 just for being there.
Okay.
Which is a lot of money for 2,000 contestants.
Dang. Yeah.
And yeah. Anyways, so let's look at this IGN review because I think it's kind of wild. A lot of people have been like reading it and talking about it and just kind of.
Is this like a review, like TV review? Something?
I don't honestly even know what IGN is, but they review this.
Read it.
It's it's an article.
Yeah.
So they didn't become the biggest YouTuber in the world because of charisma, cleverness, or creativity. What? The new Prime Video series, Mr. Beast Games, makes it abundantly clear that he has none of those qualities.
Wow. Dang, they trashed him in
they trashed him so hard in this review. The creator is trying to translate the style, stunts, and back-padding generosity of his YouTube channel into a longer-form project, but the results, which involve him vamping along while 1,000 contestants compete in so-so games for a grand prize of $5 million, proves his near ubiquity. What the hell does that mean? Online is merely triumph of spectacle. Basically, they're saying the whole thing is spectacle and there's nothing else to it. And then Beast Games resembles Mr. Beast Video in how it relies on constant reminders that what you're watching is, quote, wild, when it in reality is entirely wearisome. The Mr. Beast formula involves frying attention spans by throwing plenty of annoyingly loud yet empty escalations at the viewer. The same is true on the way Beast Games hits you different over the head with refreshers about what's unfolding right in front of your eyes. As contestants rally together to shoot a ball into a giant cup, the two first episodes are completely adverse kind of tension that the reality competitions earn by, say, letting us get to know the contestants or not hopping from shot to shot, scene energy, teenager downing their first Red Bull. What are they talking about? First Red Bull. One of Donaldson's YouTube breakthroughs involved a 17-hour marathon where he recited the name Logan Paul 100,000 times, establishing a pattern that carries over to Beast Games. During doing the most in terms of volume, while doing the least when it comes to actual entertainment value. Okay, so there's a lot more to this.
Yeah,
but like, I don't know about all of this.
I mean, like, just based on like watching like the first 2 episodes, like, I mean, he does. It seems like they do over dramatic some stuff.
Yeah.
But like, that's what you do.
This is the craziest thing ever done in television history.
Yeah.
And they do that for sure.
Yeah. But I mean, I thought it was pretty solid.
Yeah, honestly. I do too. I mean, like, look, it's also, I get what they're saying about like how you don't really have time to breathe and like get to know specific contestants. I think that's fair, honestly. I think that is the one criticism that I've seen so far that I do agree with. Like, because there's 1,000 people and they're limiting so many all the time, like, they'll give you a flash of somebody and then they'll be like, see them say something or do something, and then it cuts to someone else and it's just completely different. And it's like, it is hard to get to know people. But I think as the show goes on, the people are cutting down. Episode 2 had a pretty good cliffhanger, and episode 3 paid off pretty well. And then episode 3 was kind of intense, actually. There was like, it was like a fucking, people were crying like crazy.
Yeah, wait, no, I didn't see that one, but I did see some people crying when they were doing the, like, people voluntarily having to leave. Mm-hmm. Like, there was some of that, I think. And then like the cup challenge.
Dude, in episode 3, they like all get locked in a box. With 3 people get locked in a box together.
Mm-hmm.
And like, there's like hundreds of boxes. And one has to leave, and so it's like fucking crazy. Actually, this one guy was pissing me off, and you can kind of get attached to certain people.
Yeah,
they do form certain stories as the show goes on. There was this guy, and there was 2 guys. They were brothers, and this girl, and they were like, "You're gonna leave." They were talking to the girl, they're like, "You're gonna leave," and then she was like, "I don't want to leave," and she was fucking crying and shit. And they were like, "All right." One of the guys was like, "All right. We'll figure something out. We'll play a game," and then fucking the other guy, they had agreed. And then the other guy was like, "I'm not gonna do it." And then like, the girl was like crying. She was like, "Fuck, we're gonna all get eliminated. Like, I'm not gonna go. This is fair." And then the one guy was like, "All right, we'll just play the game between us 2, and he won't play." And then they did, and she lost, and they walked out, and they were like, "Yeah, we were talking back and forth the whole time secretly." Like we were like, they like strategically got her out. It was like so fucked up.
That's crazy.
She was sitting there handcuffed to the wall because she got eliminated, crying her eyes out, and they're like, "We fucking got him." And I was like, God. I hate these 2 guys. They suck.
Damn, that's insane.
So that was interesting to me. There was also some other situations that I thought were wild or interesting or story driven. I thought was pretty cool. Okay, let's read more of this, and then we'll talk more about it. We'll talk about Mr. Beast's response to all of this and how it's been pretty well received otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay. It feels like an eerily similar to when Donaldson recreated Netflix Squid Game for a 2021 video, missing the entire point of the dystopian series instead of positioning the prospect of desperate people pitted against each other as something aspirational. But as he assures us, the ad nauseum Beast Games takes that concept and blows it to a tremendous scale, tastelessly allowing us to see greater numbers of real people crying about the millions of dollars they're losing. It's a shallow series, but it's best suited to existing Beast fans, reality competitionists, or people looking in the for background noise on their phone. In terms of like the dystopian nature of it, I do kind of agree. Like, it is kind of crazy. We talked about this last episode, but like, to see people just like crying their eyes out because they lost the chance to like make a life-changing amount of money, and then it cuts to someone going, yeah, and then it cuts back to someone like, I just lost my house. I left my job for months to try to win money, and I fucked up. And it's just like, it is kind of insane. So I do agree that like that is crazy, and I do agree with the Netflix thing, like or the Squid Game thing. Like I don't know if you watched Squid Game.
I did.
Okay,
did you watch the dub version?
Yeah, I watched the dub version too. Season 2 is out, by the way. I haven't seen it yet, but I might watch it. Yeah. So Squid Game. He posted a video. Squid Game is all about like these poor people who do this thing to get a chance to win money, and they all like die except for one person, and it's like super intense. And Mr. Beast was like, "All right, we're gonna do that, but we're gonna just like." So he did kind of miss the point. I do agree with that, but I don't know if I don't know. I feel like Beast Games overall is kind of just fun. I thought it was kind of fun, and it was kind of like interesting, and it's kind of cool to. And I also watched Colin and Samir did like they did a video where they went and they like a documentary behind the scenes of Beast Games, and I feel like it kind of gave me a little bit of perspective. Like there's a lot of creative people working on it. There's a lot of creative people, like a lot of people. Massive team. And I really respect the production of it. I really respect like a lot of people that worked on it, and they did a really good job. I feel like they did a really good job. Yeah. And I feel like the people, Mr. Beast like met with like everybody.
Oh, really?
Beforehand.
That's cool.
Not all at once, but like 9 people at a time. He was like talking to them, sat with them for like a few minutes, and then moved on. And I don't know. I feel like overall the production was pretty good. Obviously, disregarding, or not disregarding, episode 0, where shit went down and things didn't go to plan. Yeah. But otherwise, going forward from that. And he also addressed the controversy in that video. Like he was talking, a lot of people were like, "What do you have to say about all the stuff coming out about episode 0?" Yeah. And he was like, "Well, things didn't go to plan, obviously, but also like, we gave NDAs to everyone, so the only people that are speaking out legally are the ones who are in the lawsuit, and the good people who had good experiences can't speak out because of their NDA. So it's kind of tough. But I don't know. I don't think it's. I don't think that the rest of the show. I just respect the production. I respect the spectacle of it. I respect what they're doing. Even if I do have problems with Mr. Beast personally, and with even episode 0, obviously, and all of that stuff. Let's see what else I have to say. Okay. And yet, wait. It feels. Oh no, I got that right. Okay. And yet, something sinister lurks beneath the surface of this disposable distraction. Jesus Christ. While some of this, has to do with the concerning allegations of sexual harassment, chronic mistreatment, and more, a cast, which I'm pretty sure is talking about episode 0 specifically, which is pretty fucked up. Yeah, that's not great, and I don't excuse that at all. I think that's really fucked up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Several contestants ended up hospitalized, while others reported suffering physical and mental complications. That's pretty fucked up. Okay. But that a cast shadow over the series, Donaldson has said that this is blown out of proportion and claimed he has yet to release, or he has yet unreleased footage to prove it. It is also had to do with what made it into the final cut. Donaldson frequently interjects to encourage his viewers to scan a QR code for a chance to win. What he says, $4.2 million in a giveaway that critics and consumers have already warned about. Could trap participants into payday loan-esque swindle, in addition to the ethical nightmare some have with largely predominant young fan base.
It was weird.
Feeling predatory.
The app or like the website or whatever. Mm-hmm. I signed up. I don't even think I won. I haven't heard
on what?
Anything.
Oh, on Beast Games?
Yeah, Beast Games. I scanned the QR code. I was like, might as well do it. I don't know.
Might as well.
And it was like, it was literally like I think a gambling website or operation.
He's been criticized before for like potentially illegal lotteries. So hopefully he learned his lesson. I'm sure he put like no purchase necessary somewhere or whatever. Yeah. Ad reads for the course. They're often dropped right into the middle of the action. But what's awkward, there's I mean, this is a fair breakdown, I feel like, of the show, but okay, here's the verdict. Beast Games is a reality show that tries and fails to translate the style of popular YouTuber Mr. Beast videos into a longer form reality show. It is largely dull without much of anything to get invested in, relying on constantly shouting at us about the stakes, while frantic editing slices everything into pieces. It is what you'd expect from an ever hustling spectacle merchant like Mr. Beast, but that only makes it all the more exhausting to take in. That is pretty brutal, but
yeah,
I get where they're coming from for sure, and I don't fully disagree. But I think it's like as the average person will look at it and be like, "This is fun." Like,
yeah,
that's all I really think about it. Like, sure, like maybe a critic, like these people are gonna look at it and be like, "This is like weird or bad or whatever." But the average person that like watches Mr. Beast or doesn't watch Mr. Beast, or like my mom was watching it with me and she was like interested, and like the average person's just gonna watch it and be like, "This is just a fun show that breaks a lot of crazy records and is cool."
Yeah.
And I think also they have more seasons to come, so they'll probably learn from it. But let's see what Mr. Beast responded to this with. The fuck. There we go. So he tweeted this. Someone tweeted at him. He was responding to a lot of tweets. I was going through his replies, and he tweeted a lot of things. Just like responding to people who were like, "Hey, what about this and that about the show?" And someone said, "Just watched episode 2 of Beast Games, and at IGN either got paid to give Mr. Beast 2 out of 10 or just did it for shock value. This show is entertaining as fuck." And Mr. Beast replied to that and said, "Yeah, sad one person who doesn't like me can just label something 1,000 people poured their lives into a 2 out of 10 when it's clearly not. The show, as future episodes drop, is phenomenal, especially once we get to the number of contestants down and you get to know them more." Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like, I don't know. I mean, that's a fair response because like you put a lot of work into it and you just have some columnist or whatever just like give it a 2 out of 10.
Yeah, because like obviously, like thousands of people were working on this, thousands of people that were on the show. Most of them had pretty good experiences, and like I do think that's not worth a 2 out of 10 overall, in my personal opinion.
Oh yeah.
But let's see. Otherwise, the show's been pretty damn successful, I believe. Like this is an example right here. So this is like a Twitter account, but this is Beast Games' top 10 position in each country yesterday. This is like a couple weeks ago, but literally all of these countries right here, it's number 1 on Prime Video.
Oh my gosh!
In all of these countries:
so it doesn't
Brazil, Argentina, Mexico, Canada, United Kingdom, Albania, Algeria, Venezuela, Bolivia, Chile, and much more. It's crazy. Like, and then that's all just the ones that are number 1. It's number 2 in the United States, Australia, Belgium. So many more countries. It's number 2 in all these, number 3 in all these, number 4. So it's like it's performing well.
Oh yeah.
Actually, what is the Rotten Tomatoes, I wonder? Can I look that up and see? Rotten Tomatoes. Oh, shit, that's not how you spell it. Hold up. Rotten Tomatoes Beast Games. Let's see what they gave it. They gave it, average person gave it 72, and then the critics gave it 17%. So, okay. Interesting.
That's interesting.
I mean, that kind of is exactly what I just said.
Yeah.
I said, like, average people are going to look at it and be like, this is fun. And they like it, obviously. But the critics aren't loving it, which is fair. So, both are fair, I feel like. But overall, I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's good.
My personal opinion is, like, it's kind of just a fun show that I'm going to keep watching.
Yeah.
Despite my problems with Mr. Beast. I'm going to keep watching it.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of cool. I think it's kind of a fun little show. And I respect the spectacle of it. I respect the people who worked on it. And the overall, like... Yeah. The overall show. It's just kind of fun.
The show's good. I'm going to catch up on the 3rd episode.
Yeah. We'll talk about it more next week when the 4th episode drops. Yeah. Let's see what else we got on the dock before we end up. I think that's mostly all. But, oh yeah, well, we can talk about... my office a little bit.
Oh yeah,
we've done a lot of remodeling here.
It's been remodeling central.
Yeah, dude, I just like changed everything. I just like really want to fix up stuff.
Oh yeah,
more. I've got like 11 packages on the way. I wonder if they're here yet. They probably are. So we should wrap up and go check out these packages. Yeah. I'm just been like, I posted on Instagram. You guys can check it out. Dakota Talks on Instagram. I posted like some pictures of the office.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's looking good.
Oh wait, one more thing. You want to talk about investing or something for a minute? Like,
I don't really have much to say about my portfolio.
Okay, yeah.
It just kind of has gone down a little bit, and that's kind of all.
Yeah.
So what about yours?
Mine's gone down a little. Actually, today, as of like 9:30 when it opened, everything was up. Everything. Nice. And then kind of was slowly going down as we were moving through the day.
Yeah.
And last time I checked, it was literally like everything was down except for one thing.
What's overall, how much have you put in and how much is that?
Okay, so right now I put, actually let me check it so I don't just like make up statistics about it, but it's doing pretty decent right now. It's still, I think, so right now I have 195. I have $50 of buying power.
Okay.
My 1 week.
So that means you spent $50 or what?
195. So that's how much money I have overall invested or like in my account.
195 is how much you invested. Okay.
Yeah. So I have $50 that I can do with and buy. So
you have $50 ready to invest.
Yeah, ready to invest.
And how much has it gone up since what you put in?
Let's see.
Or down?
It's down.
Overall down?
Over the 1 day and 1 week is down. 1 week it's
What's all time?
All time. Let's see.
I'm just curious.
It's up $10. So
okay. Damn.
5
I'm down like $1 overall.
Yeah. I have like this one stock that I have a little bit in. It's up, and then this other one is up, but most of all they're all down. I have like 0.9 shares in Exxon.
Oh, nice.
0.009 shares of Exxon, and it's up. It's consistently up. So
that's good.
That's my carrier. My other carrier right now is Coca-Cola. And Nvidia's at 135, so it's down. But yeah, it's down for the day in a week. But Max, it's up 100. It's up
damn,
$134, 17,000% all time.
Well, all time on their stuff.
Yeah, not mine. Yeah.
Your time is probably up like 1% or 2 though.
Yeah,
because that's the only thing that's up for me. Literally, I invested in Coca-Cola. I invested in UPS, the S&P 500 Vanguard ETF, I believe, and then Nvidia. And I put like most in Nvidia, put $40, and Nvidia is the only thing that's up. Everything else has been down like the whole time. But I'm just gonna keep holding. I can only invest up to $150 a month on Cash App.
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna put another $150 in there next month, but we'll see. Yeah. Just kind of fun. I'm glad to see it. Yours going up overall though.
Yeah, mine's doing good.
You diversified a lot more than me too.
Yeah, I actually invested in this one ETF. It's a NASDAQ 100. So it's like it's based off the NASDAQ, which is like mostly like tech stocks.
Cool.
But after we end this episode, I'm gonna do a little bit more diversification in some healthcare sectors.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Get him. Sick. I think Ryder's going to get assassinated.
I'm going to invest like $10. Don't kill me, okay?
Yeah, put it in United Healthcare. It's going to skyrocket. when they get the new CEO. God. You should become the new CEO.
I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, God.
I would need compensation, extra security, like FBI presidential security.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
It was a good episode today.
It was. We went for like a long time.
Yeah, it's like 3.
We went for like an hour and 20 minutes. Thanks for watching, guys.
It was a good episode.
I like this new setup.
Yeah, I think we should do the one we film next like this. I like this.
I like this too.
It's more natural with like, because it's weird when we're like set up against the wall, because it makes me feel like I have to constantly look at the camera when I talk, and it just like, I like it more because like more natural.
We're both looking at each other instead of looking at the camera.
Yeah.
And we don't have to turn our heads 90 degrees to talk to someone. So yeah, it's nice. I like it more.
Mm-hmm.
And this mic is just so much better. Like this is the Shure SM7B, and I can get real close and dirty.
Oh shit!
You can't because you got the Shure SM7
A,
I think, or the lower quality one.
Yeah.
So I got this nice one. I can talk real close.
I can still do this.
It just gets all distorted when you get close. Mine doesn't get. See?
Oh, nice.
I'm talking right into it. Also, I can talk from down here. It still sounds good, or over here, or over there. Yeah. I can talk kind of farther away, and it still sounds pretty good.
It sounds like you were in a closet when you talk below it.
Let me out of the closet.
Yeah, it literally does. That's great.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys next week.